13 weeks to go to Ironman Hawaii and 20 weeks to Ironman Lake Placid. And here we go, we are in a really full training mode. Let's see what happened this week. It was designed to be a 10-hour workout week. If anyone is curious what the training like is prepping for an Ironman. Things didn't work out the way I planned exactly. Yesterday wasn't a really high energy day. No matter what I did and tried to change my physiology state, I had to take some extra rest. So I missed the training yesterday. It's going to get pushed into the next week, and we'll see how my body responds to that. So next week, going to be pretty much 12-hour workout week. So if anyone is curious what today's training is like, well, we're gonna start with the bike. It's going to be an hour and a half, and I'll explain what the logistics of that going to be. Then I'm gonna jump on the Vasa. As of right now, I'm swimming, so to speak, in my home on Vasa Trainer. I'm gonna be getting in a pool just a little bit later in the season. For me, it's just a time component. I don't have to drive to the swimming pool. That's like, by the time you get there, change, drive back, it's an hour lost. So I'm kind of a time conscious on how I spend it. So let's go to the bike and I'll explain what today's workout is like. If anyone is curious what it is, sprint, pull, push out all the way. So let's get to it. So here we go on the bike, and I have my heart monitor on. I have my Wahoo spinner app running, pretty much recording my workout for today. I have all my nutrition set up at the table right here. Have my headphones. I'm ready to roll for an hour and a half. And when you're training for an Ironman, it's an endurance race, it's not a sprint. So technically, a lot of the training, the way it's designed to get you prepared for that long, sustainable energy output. So a lot of the training, biking, running, is not necessarily in all-out tempo, sub-threshold heart rate. It's more in recovery combination and aerobic heart rate zones. So for me today, hour and a half on the bike, it will consist out of initial warm-up, that's 20 minutes. There will be a cool down at the end, which is 10 minutes. Then I have an actual workout, which is in between, which is an hour. Out of that, there are 3 repeating segments, 15 minutes each with 5-minute recovery again. 15 minutes is an ongoing, consistent output of power with 5 minutes in the middle threshold push. So technically, if I look at this structured workout, half of it, 45 minutes out of an hour and a half, is really in, I would call it aerobic heart rate, which for me is under 145 beats per minute. And only 15 minutes will be in tempo sub-threshold, which is like under 155, 160. Again, out of an hour and a half, only 15 minutes, pushing yourself all out. So that's what today's bike is like. And when I'm done, we'll jump on the Vasa so I can explain what dry swimming is like. So an hour is in, and the goal of today's workout through those 15-minute segments was to have first 5 minutes at about 200 power, staying with the heart rate below 140. So depending on how I feel, obviously The heart rate might vary from day to day, so I look at both factors, power and heart rate. The 5 minutes after that is a push for 5 minutes. So the goal was to stay between 225 to 240 power and a heart rate to push to like 150 and above a little bit. And then scaling back again for 5 minutes to 200 power. So that's the structured workout for the bike for today. Still have 30 minutes to go and then Vasa. So the bike is done. Now I'm going to progress to my Vasa machine, which is designed to imitate swim. I got it when we were under COVID restrictions, when gyms were closed and you cannot get in a pool. So it really became handy, and then I liked it more, especially when you need to get some training in and you limited with the time. And what's cool about it, it has this computer which will tell you what your pace per minute is as you swim, number one. Number two, the distance you're swimming. Also, you can adjust this lever to increase intensity for your stroke, the resistance, which obviously helps. Right now, there is a mix. When I start for a warm-up, I use setting 1. And then when I go into training mode, I put to 2. 3 seems to be a little bit too strong for me. Still, maybe at some point I'll get there, but for now, 2 is the way to go for me. So we have about 1,800 meters to go on the Vasa, and that would sum it all for today. I'll see you later.